Let me also add that today a letter was, I sent a letter to Secretary Husted asking that he not appeal. Also, the Ohio Legislative Black Caucus president could not be here today. A letter was hand-delivered today also asking for Secretary Husted to not appeal the decision.
Do we have any questions here today?
In Judge DeLotte's decision, she also hinted at that she'd be willing to actually call the entire state's system unconstitutional, but yet that wasn't raised in the lawsuit. Is that an issue that you or anybody else is planning on raising in either this lawsuit or a future lawsuit?
You are correct. We did, in fact, raise due process issues, but she did not provide a remedy. We did not notice the Attorney General. As of last Friday, my attorneys have, in fact, notified the Attorney General about the lawsuit, and they have 60 days to intervene.
As part of this lawsuit or a new lawsuit?
We noticed them about the results of this lawsuit that did open the door for the entire statute to be declared unconstitutional, because indeed the ruling does hint at that.
The decision also impacts the entire Southern District of Ohio. So in order for our election laws to be uniform, it's our belief that this court decision could be used for a statewide decision to count these ballots. In 2010 and prior to that, we had counties who were already counting these ballots. They were assuming, like this court decision says, that these ballots were occurring because of poll worker error. And the county I come from, Portage County, was counting these ballots, and about, I think, close to half of the counties in the state were counting them. So we could go back to that practice, especially using this court decision as a way to implement that practice statewide.
Can I also add to that? Your question is a very good question. We have had several conversations with different organizations that I've had. We are definitely looking into that, down the road in the future, but we are in conversations with different groups and organizations regarding that issue.
How much have you spent on legal fees fighting this?
Technically, I cannot disclose that information. However, public numbers that have been thrown out are at least about $1 million currently.
And the state resources as well to continue to pursue the appeal. Tax dollars being used in these efforts to not count votes is what, one of the reasons that really brings us here today. I think it's time for that to stop, to end confusion, stop using taxpayer dollars to pursue efforts not to count votes.
And this one, I think, should be a bipartisan piece, because if you're fiscally conservative, you certainly do not want to continue to use tax dollars as it relates to not counting the votes. And if you're for social justice, certainly this is an issue as it relates to making sure that votes are counted. So this is an issue that should have bipartisan support, that we all should stand up and say, the court has made its decision, let's count the votes.
That's just one thing to add on the bipartisan. We don't know whether these votes were cast by Democrats or Republicans. We just want as many votes that are cast in an election by eligible registered voters to count. This isn't about making sure Democrats' votes are counted or Republicans' votes are counted. It's making sure all votes are counted, and we hope that Republicans and Democrats can put our differences aside that have stopped us from doing the right thing to date, and Secretary Husted has the power to do the right thing now.